Well, happy Halloween, and thank you for joining us today for this live online webinar, or as we like to call it around here, XoomIM. Hope you're enjoying this day. And here's the first question that I asked when I posted this on social media and also through our Constant Contact email marketing platform. Are you afraid you will not increase your holiday sales? Well, if you're here, that tells me that you do not want to be left out in the dark and you are preparing yourself to make some money. I know that most of the time when we talk about the holidays, and it seems as though Halloween marks the beginning of the holiday season, we start wondering, well, what am I going to do to attract more sales for Black Friday? Well, that is one of the biggest days, and yes, we should be preparing ourselves for Black Friday, specifically if you have products that you sell. And if you're here, I want to say once again, congratulations, because you are getting started on time. Not so much early. Some of you may be thinking, oh, it's very early to think about the holidays, but it's not so early. It's just in time. So welcome to Spooktacular Marketing Ideas to make this the best holiday ever. I'm hoping to be able to present to you some tricks for successful email marketing and more. So I'd say successful digital marketing, successful inbound marketing to help you attract, capture, and also retain more loyal clients for life. My name is Evie Hernandez. I am known as the Email Marketing Queen. And today we're going to be sharing some ideas to help you make money before 2016 becomes history. Because as you know, we're 2 months away from the end of the year. So let's start. So first and foremost, 5 things to keep in mind as you prepare for this holiday season. Plan. You have to plan. You have to determine in that planning which channels matter most. And not just matter most to you, but matter most to your ideal client. Figure out where they are, where you can find them, figure out what they want, and how you can create a holiday offer that they want and need. And then, of course, make that plan to keep connected. Here at XoomIM, we always talk about this notion, attract, capture, and retain. So here are some hard and painful questions for you. The first question is, how do you define marketing success? Think about that for just a second. How do you define that? Well, I've asked this at many of my live events as well as these XoomInars online, and people are not generally sure as to how they can specifically define that. Well, one of the reasons why I find that people are not sure is because they're always thinking of the tactics before the strategy. And I always like to remind people, you have to think of the S before T, the strategy. What's your strategy before the tactics? The tactics are the actionable items that you're going to undertake in order to make that a successful strategy so that you can achieve your marketing goals, your expectation. So what kind of actions do you want from your clients or your prospective clients? What is it that you're wanting them to do? Think about that. In order to be able to answer that correctly, of course, you have to ask yourself, what is it that you're selling? Are you selling a product like a car, a computer? Perhaps you're selling skincare or a skincare line. What are you selling? Or are you in the professional services business? And perhaps you're selling your time because you're an expert, you're a consultant. So that may be you, like we are here. We sell our time. So that's the first thing that you have to ask yourself. Then the action that you're wanting them to take, whether it is with your email marketing or your social media or on your website, what is it that you're wanting people to do when they see your marketing campaigns? What's most important? How do you move them down? Well, we can call this our sales funnel, because you start perhaps with prospects, and then at the very end where you see buy, that's a client. So this could be your sales funnel. How do you move them? How do you nurture them through the sales funnel? So, as we indicated just a couple of minutes ago, that you need to think about your marketing goals, your expectations. Because if you don't know what you want, how do you know you have been successful? I hear sometimes owners of companies will tell me, no, I try this, I try that, nothing seems to work. And I said, well, what were your expectations? What did you want to obtain as a result of this campaign or that campaign or this ad or that ad? And most of the time they generalize and they say, oh, I just wanted clients. I wanted people to buy my products. So we have to get more precise, more concise. We have to be very defined with our goals and what our expectations are. As far as email marketing, as the email marketing queen, of course, I believe through my experience and my research that email is by far more effective than Facebook or Twitter. And of course, research from McKinsey and other well-known and respected research firms indicate this. Now, I'm not saying that Facebook or Twitter or any social media does not work. It's just that it appears that when you work with these together with email, you are more effective at reaching your goals. One of the reasons may be because emails are sent. So many emails are sent every day. And of course, people are looking at their emails, especially if they're professionals, especially if they're business owners. Email, if you didn't know this, for every dollar that you spend, or invest rather, on email, you get about a $40 return on your marketing investment. So doesn't it make sense for you to invest your time, energy, and money on email marketing? And of course, just as a reminder, most people have a smartphone. And in that smartphone, most people have the #1 app on smartphones, which, yes, it's email. Email is the #1 app on smartphones today worldwide. So you may be here and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to hear all this stuff and I am so frustrated with all my email marketing. Nothing seems to be working. I've heard that and I understand how you feel because I've felt that way many times. So I want you to make sure that you keep calm and that you allow me to show you some things, some of which may be new to you and some of which perhaps you've heard before but you've not implemented or tried for yourself. So if you're here today, now is the time to start. Now is the time for you to try and put into practice some of these things that you've either heard before or read before. But I am going to try my darnest to give you some new ideas and new perspectives to help you so that you can end this year with a bang and you can get your piece of the pie this year. So, as I indicated, I am the email marketing queen, and some of you may be wondering, well, okay, that's nice. Why? The reason why is I conduct between 3 to 10 marketing strategy webinars and seminars each and every month, some of which are directly from Constant Contact that Constant Contact promotes, and many of them are through different associations and organizations and businesses throughout South Florida, and chambers of commerce that want me to speak on email marketing and digital marketing and inbound marketing, and so I go ahead and I speak. I am a local expert authorized and certified with Constant Contact. What that means is that I've taken their certification course each and every year. I attend their monthly and yearly meetings. I get trained. I've invested my time and my money in getting certified, and as a result of that, they consider me one of their local experts, and that's why they promote these webinars and seminars that I do talking about Constant Contact software and the email marketing platform that Constant Contact has for us. I'm also a Constant Contact solution provider. What that means is that I'm authorized also to provide all their solutions to individual subscribers that are already trying it on their own, but they need help. And so what I do 2 things. I either coach you, and you can hire me to coach you to help you with email marketing and digital marketing and inbound marketing in general, and I will also do it for you. I, along with my small but very knowledgeable team, will actually create your templates, your content, and you could hire us to do that. And so that's what that means. And so I am not an employee of Constant Contact. I am a partner. I'm a proud partner, and I do have partnerships with many other companies, but by far one of my favorites is Constant Contact, because Constant Contact offers so much value for really very low investment. The name of my company is XoomIM, And our motto is to help you attract, capture, and retain affluent clients. And if you notice the I and the M that are capitalized at the end of XoomIM, that's the way that we pronounce it, it's because it stands for inbound marketing, which is the methodology that we practice here at XoomIM. If you like to check out our website, please do so on your time whenever you want to at XoomIM.com. And if after this webinar you have questions, please feel free to call me directly. I will be available at that number for about 20 to 30 minutes because I always leave my calendar open right after a webinar because usually people will call with questions. So please feel free to take advantage of that. There is no cost to you. And so just to tell you a little bit about what I do in my methodology here at XoomIM, I created this methodology called the XoomIM Inbound Marketing System, and today we're not going to get a chance to talk much about it other than me just telling you what it is right now. And that is this concept of attracting, capturing, and retaining. And I'm going to tell you about the retention part because we've helped many med spas, beauty salons, nail salons, fitness facilities retain clients through loyalty and rewards program. And so we focus a lot in this because research by major research companies indicate that small business owners and salespeople and even larger corporations focus a lot on attracting new clients all the time. And you've probably heard that adage that says that it costs more money to get a new client than it does to retain a happy existing client because you can always upsell, resell, get referrals, and all that from them. So that's the methodology that we practice, and we do workshops, and we do coaching one-on-one, and we also, of course, get hired to do all these things for business owners and companies that want to hire us to do that. Now, we can help you harness the power of your inbox, but the question is, are you ready to take action? Just like you want customers to take action, we want to make sure you take action today and commit to not just listening to this, but actually, if you do it yourself, put into practice these things. If you don't know how, once again, please feel free to contact us, and we're here to help you. So last year, email marketing drove 20% of online sales during the holiday season. 20%. Wow. That's a good chunk. So if you're not doing it right, you're probably missing out. So now I want to share with you a few dates that you should be mindful. I know that most of you, as I indicated at the beginning, are probably thinking of November 25th, which is Black Friday. Well, yes, it's one of the biggest. And if you have a product or solution, whether it is that you have actual products or solutions, even like for me, one of the things that I promote is the School of Email Marketing, which is an online school, which I'll tell you about later. I am preparing a Black Friday offer. So it is something that people can do online through e-commerce and do it on their own, and it is a learning platform. But I still want to make sure I offer something, and people are already in that mindset of thinking, okay, I have to take advantage of this. I want to take advantage of those days that people know and are either consciously or subconsciously preparing for those big holiday dates. So if you haven't marked it down, then these are the dates. November 25th, Black Friday, November 26th, Small Business Saturday. And now, for those of you who accept American Express, as we do here at XoomIM, Inbound Marketing Agency, American Express started this as a marketing campaign, and it has grown quite a lot throughout the country, and it has actually become a date that many, many other companies outside of Amex promote, and that is Small Business Saturday. If you are with Amex or you accept Amex, then you should go to their website because actually they offer a lot of marketing tools to help you kind of promote them, but also promote yourself. So I would check that out. So if you do events or have a storefront, you want to make sure that of course, you harness the power of Amex and let people know and use all the things that they're offering you. And B, of course, plan to do perhaps an event on Small Business Saturday because more likely than not, you're going to get people to attend your store, your business locations because they know that it's Small Business Saturday. Now, by the way, if you want this infographic, make sure to send me an email at marketing@XoomIM. We'll send you this infographic for you to have to post, to leave on your computer, or whatever you may want to do. because it gives you some good ideas. And of course, we got November 28th, Cyber Monday, which if you have an e-commerce website, you really do want to start promoting Cyber Monday and having a campaign with some promos and offers that are targeted to get people buying on that day. Now, this infographic, which I can make available to you, gives you an idea of some of the things that you may be looking at in terms of how you can keep the conversation going with your both existing clientele and also those prospects that you are nurturing so they can become happy clients for life. And the reason why we want to be creative and engaging is because the more conversation, the more engaging you are, the more they're going to remember you. Especially now when we're all so busy, our time is being pulled in all directions. We have to keep top of mind with both our customers, our existing customers, and our would-be customers. And so remember a few things, which is the reason why I put this out here, is that if you look here where it says 56% of consumers are looking for good deals. So what can you offer that will help you? If you have a product in your storefront and perhaps you have more than what you wanted to have as far as inventory, this is a good time for you to go ahead and send those promos out. And, you know, I personally, here at XoomIM in Miami, we like to do what we call a Thanksgiving thank you to our customers. And we invite our customers and our would-be customers to come to our offices in Aventura, Florida. And we do a little reception for them because we want to tell them thank you. And a lot of people, you know, celebrate Thanksgiving. Perhaps they don't celebrate a lot of other holidays, but they do. So think about how you can show your gratitude to your customers or your business partners or those people to keep your name out there for branding, but also for generating leads and also for generating some sales. So think about those things. And here I'm going to go ahead and share with you also an infographic from Constant Contact, which if you would like to have this, just make sure to email me at marketing@XoomIM, and we'll send you this infographic for some ideas. And I want you to quickly look at that because I know that some of you can use that. So let's take a quick look at that. If you want to make a copy of that, you can, but also you can just email me. I'll be more than happy to share it with you. So for some of you, you're saying, okay, that's all good. Now what's next? So what's next is this. If you haven't started Constant Contact, before we go on, I want to let you know that today you can get 3 months of email marketing with me on Constant Contact for just $5 per month for the first 3 months. If you're interested in that, all you have to do is send me an email at marketing@XoomIM, and we'll make sure to get that to you. But you want to make sure to take advantage of that because that's just available for the next 24 hours. This Constant Contact will only allow me to give it then. So that's what's next. So some holiday marketing ideas. Make sure that all your products and services are giftable. Create a more festive Facebook page. Send out holiday cards either via your Constant Contact email marketing platform, which you can send some very nice holiday-looking emails and what have you. As I said, make a deal. I said host an event. And you may even want to run a contest. So there's some ideas for you to get you started. If you want more of those precise ideas, exactly some examples of what we do or what we've done for clients, once again, you can email me. Oh, by the way, that's my direct email to Evie@XoomIM. If you want to just email me directly, please feel free to do so. So what's next? Real quickly, we offer the use of Constant Contact tool for your own, and the advantage of working with this is, of course, that you get to come to all our webinars and our live events, most of them for free, if not very low cost, but most of them for free. But if you want to do it and you need help, remember we also offer the School of Email Marketing. We also have a one-day boot camp, and we also do one-on-one sessions. So consider that if you need help. I just wanted to quickly tell you that we offer 10 sessions on the School of Email Marketing to help you move from where you are to where you want to be so that you can actually get your piece of the pie of that 20%, at least through email marketing, and get greater sales. And so here's just an example of some of the titles and topics that we cover during the 10 sessions of the School of Email Marketing. I'll tell you more about that later, but you're welcome to visit our website at XoomIM.com, the School of Email Marketing. Or I believe if you go to the schoolofemailmarketing.com, it will take you there too. Whatever you need, we're here to help you. So, what is email marketing? So, email marketing and Constant Contact, what it does, it gives you all these wonderful email templates already available for the holidays. All these holidays that I already talked about, you don't have to worry about spending with us at XoomIM $199 or even with Constant Contact to do a template, because they've already done these beautiful templates. So you can actually just take advantage of these templates and start utilizing them. So if you're not a designer, you don't have to worry about it, because you can actually take advantage of that. And they make them look very professional, very nice, and all you have to do is add your logo. Now, why would you want to do that? Number one, because as I stated, last year alone, research indicated that email marketing made up 20% of all holiday sales. So you want to drive your revenue and profit with email marketing. Also, email marketing, of course, it's great for branding. Usually I ask people, what is it that you want, branding or lead generation? Well, the great thing about email marketing is that it will actually do both for you. So it can help you do both. And of course, as I talked about earlier, keeping top of mind with your existing database helps a lot for those repeat businesses. I like sharing this particular slide. I hope you can see it, because with all the changes on Facebook, and I personally feel more comfortable with Facebook. It's the platform that I promote the most, both for organic as well as paid. But one of the things with all the changes this year is that you're only able to reach about 2% of your fans, whereas with email you get 90+ deliverability. That means more people are seeing it. So if you're just posting because you just want people to see you and be reminded, then believe me, email will actually help you more with branding than just Facebook alone. So now, why is it that regular email doesn't work? Well, besides the fact that one of the interesting things that I've discovered as of recently, a lot of people that have been, not so much into wanting to buy into the idea that email marketing is better than regular email. I've gotten emails from people saying, my email account at Gmail was hacked, or Yahoo. A lot with the older ones, not so much Gmail, but the older ones. So not so effective. But also here specifically, let's take a look at some of these things. Number one, limited sending. What does that mean to you, limited sending? Well, it means that you are limited to the amount of people unless you want to have everybody see who all your emails are or your email addresses. You have no formatting. You can't really format this really nice with your logo and all those things, because if you're using like a free Gmail account, you're not going to have that. Of course, my favorite is the one here at the bottom, which says tracking and reporting. I love that I'm able to see when someone opens, when someone clicks. So I really, really, really like that feature of the Constant Contact email marketing brand, because I can see all that stuff. But there are other things, like spam complaints. If you are doing email marketing and running campaigns where you're prospecting, or perhaps you're selling online with your free email carrier like Gmail, you have to give people a way to unsubscribe, because otherwise you may be in violation of the Canned Spam Act of 2003. So be mindful of that. So here are some email marketing best practices that are available. through Constant Contact. Constant Contact, of course, as I said, not just for the holidays now, which I showed you earlier, all the templates that Constant Contact has already created for you for all the holiday, for all those dates. But also overall has very nice templates that you can customize, of course, to your own brand. But it takes less work, because if you were going to hire either us or just a freelancer who does design, it'll cost you anywhere between $150 to $300 for these type of things. So, you know, you do save a lot by leveraging those templates at Constant Contact. Of course, you're obeying the law because it has a button that people can actually say that they don't want to receive your emails, and people can unsubscribe. Now, that's all great, and you're saying that's nice, but my biggest problem is I can't grow my list. And yes, you have to grow your list. And although in this particular Zoominar, we're not going to go into detail about specific ideas, because we actually have a whole 1-hour Zoominar where we actually go through over 60 ways that you can actually grow your list, and give you other tools and other resources that we actually use from other companies. What I want to make sure you understand is that you should always ask permission for people to be included in your email marketing. And so there is implied and express. So for example, at the end of this, you signed up for this course, you'll receive perhaps a survey from Constant Contact or myself. How did you like it? Did you learn anything? Do you need anything from us? Do you want to get a link to this recording? So I'm taking it that it's implied that you are going to expect me to email you. But that could be expressed. As I mentioned several times, if you need this, if you need that, just shoot me an email and I'll send it to you. That's expressed. You're telling me, Evie, you know what, send me the slides, send me the link. I need a marketing audit because I'm not getting the open. Can you take a look and see what's going on with my emails? And that's expressed. You're asking me now that you need my help, that you want me to do an email marketing audit, or perhaps you tell me, no, you know what, I want to attend all your free Zoominars. So yes, keep me in your list and let me know when you have about this, about that. And so that's expressed. So you want to make sure you get consent from people, and always offer the opportunity for people to opt out if they no longer are interested, because either they change their business, or they closed it, or they moved, or they, you know, are working elsewhere. For whatever reason, you want to give people that option. But just so that you know, very easily through Facebook and through your website, and of course right from your email marketing campaigns, you should be asking people to forward your emails, to share on social media, and also if they want to join your email list. So get into the habit of asking everywhere and anywhere, also the places that you go, not just online, but also as shown by this particular slide, places and things that you may do. So ask them, offer something of value, and give people a reason to join your list. So for example, here in South Florida, people like to go to networking events. People, for example, many times people will come to a workshop at a chamber where I'm speaking and training chamber members and chamber guests, and they give you, like, you know, 30 seconds to go around, everybody introduce themselves. And, you know, what I tell people is, well, you know, if you don't have enough business cards, if people are not asking, then offer something. Say, hey, listen, I have a free webinar that's coming up. If you'd like to join and get an invite to this webinar, make sure to either come by and ask me for my business card, or give me your business card, and I'll make sure that I send you an invitation. Or perhaps I can use the Constant Contact tool that is a text to join, and I'll say, oh, you want to join and get an invitation to this event? Text, you know, this number, and then I will make sure you get an invitation, which is probably something many of you are not using, and it's free with Constant Contact. It's called Text to Join, which is not text marketing. It's just for people to be able to grab their smartphone, text the number with your keyword, and join your email list. But those are easy and effective ways of getting people to actually join your list and keep in touch with you. Now, we must remember in our campaigns, whether they're email marketing, social media, or on our websites or our blogs, we got to focus on being relevant. Relevant to who? To our ideal client, to them. What is it that they're wanting to hear from you? Figure out how much is enough. Remember to turn questions into content. That's why people love frequently asked questions, and those are opportunities for you to write blogs, to write newsletter, to write content. And also remember that images are content too. So once again, as I just said it, you need to remember to write for your audience and not for you, because a lot of people say, well, you know, I get a lot of unsubscribe. Well, people unsubscribe for a myriad of reasons, and sometimes it's because it's boring, it's uninteresting, it's not relatable. So make sure you make it interesting, relatable to your ideal client. We said about images. Images are very important, and here's something that is not in this slide, but I always like to tell people. How do we here consume content? Well, from 3 to 1. From the number 3 is text. Yes, text, words. People consume words, but even though I'm the email marketing queen, I have bad news. People don't read emails, they scan. So not such a great way of consuming content for people, because either we're lazy or we're tired or we're busy, so we don't read. So we got to be mindful of that and not write so much text. Second, the second way people consume content is through visual images. So if I want to have a lot of text, I would put my text in my images, because then people will view it and perhaps read it. But the number one way that people will consume your content is through video. So if you need help with video, make sure to join one of our webinars that we have coming on video and how to leverage video, or just go to our Facebook page. We have a page of a community that we've created, which, by the way, when I do the social media strategy, I talk about that, creating community. And one of our communities is called Hispanopreneur. It's a group of Hispanic women business owners. And what we did last week or the week before, we did Facebook Live video interviews. And let me tell you, one of them, we reach over 1,800 people. Why? So look into that, because video is powerful, and using the combination of having that and then being able to send that through your email marketing is very powerful. If you want to find out more, make sure to visit our Facebook page, or as I said, you can email me and I'll talk to you more about that particular strategy. But remember to make it engaging with photos, because people pay more attention to emails with pictures. So be mindful of that. And talking about pictures, you may be wondering, what is your best option for a link? Is it a picture or the link with the blue line that has actually a link to it? Well, you really have to look at your Constant Contact Reports dashboard to assess that for yourself. And the reason why I said that is because in my experience with my particular group, in my list, I have to add both a picture that is a button that says register now, join now, buy now, whatever you want to call it. And then I also add a link that is blue with the line, of course, and people know it's clickable. And the reason for that is because a lot of people that are in my database, many of them are over 40 and they're more used to that. I'm used to it. And so I do two. I do the button and I do the link. You have to look and see about your particular audience, how they respond. But my recommendation is to do at least two. And as you can see here, Constant Contact research indicates that the fewer the links, the more the clicks. So the more links with giving people more options just confuses people. So make sure that you're giving them fewer options. And yes, people are used to making images clickable, so remember that. And of course, you want to make sure that you're optimizing for mobile and that your branding is consistent so people know it's you. So here are some basic stuff to remember. Recognize sender, do people recognize who you are? So through my campaign, sometimes I put Evie Hernandez, the email marketing queen, when it's email marketing related. When I am writing to bigger companies, I'll write Evie Hernandez, CEO, or when I'm writing more to on a friendly note, I'll just put Evie. And sometimes when I'm talking to people that are just part of the Hispanipreneur group, I'll put Evie Hispanipreneur. So however people recognize you, that's going to help you as far as open rates, because if people know that that's who you are, they're more likely to open up your email. The next one is slightly more difficult because compelling subject lines. So many people tell me, oh my goodness, Evie, I can't even get my emails open because it doesn't sound interesting enough, I guess, to people, or people are already reading about this or what have you. So this takes a little time, and it's one of the reasons why I dedicated one full session on subject lines in the School of Email Marketing, because writing compelling subject lines is challenging, but you have to do it. Good timing. Good timing refers to what is the best day and time, and that varies by who your audience is. In my audience, as a marketing company, we deal mostly B2B. So we're a business dealing with other businesses, and a lot of them are entrepreneurs. So a lot of entrepreneurs work even Saturdays. I know sometimes we have to work Saturdays. So it's not like an employee with a company that may just work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. So if I do a campaign, let's say for one of my clients that targets Carnival Cruise Line and all the cruise lines, when I do his campaigns, what I do is I go ahead and make sure that I send it Tuesday through Thursday, 10 to 2, and that's it. Fridays is never good. People want to go home and what have you. But for you, you have to really look at the constant contact dashboard in the report section and see what works better for your particular audience. See how they're responding to what you're sending in terms of time, and also in terms of when they're recognizing or not recognizing your email. So I hope that makes sense. And once again, just to remember that the subject line, I know that it could be difficult, especially if you're looking to get high open rates, and we can help you with that. We'll be more than happy to help you. And if you want to go ahead and send an email to me with some of your best or worst subject lines for me to do a quick email marketing audit, please feel free to email us and we'll help you with that. But you have to identify your purpose. We talked about strategy before tactics. So yes, even with your marketing campaigns for email, you have to know what is it that you're wanting to get accomplished. What kind of action do you expect from the people that are reading this? And yes, size does matter. So these marketing campaigns need to be short and to the point, which is hard. I know it's hard. It is hard. And these are some of the suggestions that Constant Contact has. And for those of us that have no issue with content, like I don't have an issue, I can write and I can create copy. It's hard to keep it short. So it's really something that you have to master as you get better. And once again, get a lot of feedback from your own audience. What really gets their attention, because yes, we do have to entice them, we have to customize the message. And here's something important I want to remind you. This idea of email blasts, I don't use it. We don't use it here at XoomIM, and we talk a lot about this in the School of Email Marketing because that's an old concept. What that tells me is that you're sending one email that you think everybody or anybody that relates to everybody, but that's not true. And try it. If you don't think I'm talking truth here, try it for yourself. Go ahead and segment your list better, and then you could do one main idea of an email marketing campaign and then slightly change it so that you, to one group may send this, to another group this, similar but not the same. So let's say, for example, customers versus prospects. Could be a similar campaign. Let's say you're a flower shop and you sell flowers, and it's, Thanksgiving for, center of the table, what have you. If you have an existing customer, you could perhaps give them a choice of these 3 bouquets, but maybe you say, oh, are you part of our I don't know, loyal customers, so here's a coupon. I don't know, I'm just thinking top of mind. And then to the ideal customers, maybe a slightly different coupon. But slightly different, you could start telling how people respond. And you look at the constant contact report section and see, well, was this working? I know some of you that are on the line are marketers, so you know this is what we call A/B testing to get greater results and really to be monitoring your marketing campaigns better to see where you have to customize it better to get better results. Also, some of you may be familiar with the pre-header text. What that's about, it's about what people actually see on their mobile devices when they see your email campaign. So the idea here is that before you even send out a marketing campaign, you should really be looking at the preview on your mobile device to see what people are seeing. Because that pre-header text, if it doesn't entice them, they're not even going to open it. And while most of you get some kind of great feeling when people open it, I'm going to talk in a second about there's something even more important than open rate, but at least open rate makes you feel like, wow, I spent an hour, 2, 3 hours writing it, thinking about a good call to action, thinking about good content, and people are not even opening it. And you know, it's kind of, it deflates your efforts. So that's why it's so important to get better at it. So with timing, we spoke about this already. You have to test and see what's a better time for your particular audience. And of course, emails with social media buttons increase your click-through rates. And in this particular webinar, we're talking about mostly email, but I do another workshop that I used to talk a lot about the other social media. Now I'm talking mostly about Facebook because that's where we have personally seen a lot of success, not just for our company, but also for our customers. And so when you start sharing it, you're going to see that your click-through rates are going to increase by a significant amount. So I encourage you to make sure everything is shareable, and also that you share your email marketing campaigns and tell people to forward it to other people and let other people market for you. And so if you need help with that, once again, just email us and we'll give you some tips. So know what metrics matter. Use data to make decisions. Focus on click-through. And why click-through? Well, a lot of people say, Evie, I get so excited and I get so many people opening. And yes, that's good, but let me tell you, I may accidentally open your email. Why? Because I'm scrolling looking for an email. I might just accidentally open it. So that doesn't actually tell me if someone opens the email that they've actually read it. It may have been an accident. But now what does tell me that someone it may be more interested is actually, in my belief, click-throughs. Because click-through tells me that they wanted to find out more and they had to read to be able to click. So yes, for the sake of our time, our energy, so much invested already, and also for our ego that we want to make sure people are opening it because otherwise we feel deflated, that's nice. But what we really want at the end of the day as marketers, small business owners, is to get click-throughs. So here, according to Constant Contact, is 5 to 18. What we see here at XoomIM with both our own database as well as our clients that we do email marketing for, that hire us to do email marketing, is much higher than that. We're talking about 40, 50, and even 60% open rates. So if you're needing help with that, please make sure to email us because that is huge. You need to get better click-through rates, higher click-through rates. Now, aside from that, we want to make sure that you're checking out for the opt-outs. Here's the average for the industry. In your particular case, you should look at your own reports, and it'll tell you what the industry averages are. I always like to tell people regarding bounces, you're paying for these emails, so if they're bad emails, just delete them. I know sometimes you want to say, oh, you know, it makes me feel good that I have 6,000 emails. Yeah, but if 3,000 of those are bouncing back, then you're really kidding yourself, plus you're paying actually for those emails. So go ahead and clean your list and make it a better list. So here are some decisions for you to take a look at of things that you need to do to improve. This one is actually more interesting to me, making decisions on high metrics, high opens, usually because you're using great subject lines, great headlines, you're segmenting, high clicks because you have great offers, good links, good pictures, good videos, so you're going to see your metrics improve on that. As we said, what's important is click-through. So look also what people are clicking, who's clicking. Take a look at that, because then you might want to do another subset or another list and segment even more based on who's actually responsive, who's engaging with your emails. So I love looking at the report section because it tells me so much, and that's the only way that I improve personally with what I do with both here at our agency, XoomIM, and also the clients that hire us, is constantly looking at these reports and saying, okay, and here's a good one based on interest. So if you send out, for example, like us, if we send out, we're going to do an email marketing, basic email versus Facebook marketing versus video. So these are all segments, and I know what people are most interested in. So I recommend you do the same thing. And so target based on interest, and you can clean up your list. You can add to a list. You can remove from a list. So this is all part of what you should be doing if you haven't been doing it, because these are just basic things. So here's what the ideal email should look like when we refer to email marketing. And some of these are kind of challenging in terms of the subject line, keeping it short and sweet. The whole idea of email marketing is to keep it short, sweet, and to the point. Where to put your logo, how many images, how you're going to communicate effectively, what is the perception that people are getting from you. So here are some ideas for you to really get better results, get better engagement, get better actions from your email marketing campaigns. Of course, your social media. So we can help you with all this if you're wondering what's next. As I said today, if you're not currently using Constant Contact now has a special offer. It's not available when you call customer service, by the way. It's only available through me, because this is something that they're trying out through the local area expert like me. So you can get Constant Contact email marketing for just $5 a month for the first 3 months to get you started. And as I mentioned, here are the topics that we cover during the School of Email Marketing. The School of Email Marketing is actually, it's called that because I'm known as the Email Marketing Queen, but actually it's email marketing and more, because it's digital, it's inbound marketing. But we go anywhere from prospecting with email marketing, as we call it, which is the alignment of sales and marketing, to leveraging email marketing with social media, to closing more with email marketing. So all that, we make it available to you. And so here are what these things are going for. The School of Email Marketing, if you go to our website, XoomIM, or the schoolofemailmarketing.com, you'll see for the School of Email Marketing, which is an online digital product for you, it's $9.99. If you want to do a one-day boot camp, this is a one-day working with me directly. And then if you want to do just one session, it's $250. So those are all options that are available for you if you like to work with us. That's my email, Evie@XoomIM, specifically to be used if you want to join the School of Email Marketing, if you want to do a one-day boot camp, or if you want to do a one-day, one session with me. And that's our number. As I indicated, I will be available for the next 30 minutes. So feel free to send me an email with your questions. If you want a marketing audit, make sure that you send me that request. And I'll go ahead and take a look at what you have. And we're here to help you. Once again, my name is Evie Hernandez. I'm also known as the Email Marketing Queen. And I'll be happy to help you get more sales, more leads, grow your list with email marketing. Just all you have to do is ask. So I wish you the very best for the holidays. I hope that you will take some of these things and make them into actionable items that will change and transform your business, not just this holiday season, but always, forevermore. Wishing you the best, Evie Hernandez, and feel free to email me if you'd like a link to this recording. Thank you very much.